as expected, the Tyson fight was rigged. It was just an event to get people to subscribe to Netflix so that they could boost their sales right before the year ends. That way, they're not losing and hemorrhaging money come tax time. They needed the revenue. Oh my God. Tyson fought like crazy in all of his training. I mean, he did training. He trained for like 3 hours a day, moving all these tires and all this stuff, and he's doing all this stuff, and then all of a sudden, he can't last 10 minutes. He can't last 20 minutes. He can't last. He's unable to move. He's hobbled. Jake Paul's keeping his arms at his waist the entire time. That rigged. Absolutely rigged. You can't sit there and tell me that that was a fight. Neither one of them were actually fighting. They threw a few punches knowing that they were going to land and that it was going to hurt a little bit. But, I mean, hell, they're not wheezing. They're not like all the other fighters. They're not winded. They did 8 2-minute rounds. That's 16 minutes. They spaced it out, 30, 40 seconds between rounds to catch their breath. Everybody else was sitting there fighting to make something of themselves, to show what they have. And then Tyson and Jake were like, here we are, playing patty cake. Absolutely rigged, just so Netflix didn't have to lose money. Netflix needed people to resubscribe so that they could see the fight in all its glory, and it was rigged. Absolute travesty. Absolute garbage. All that talk about, I'm going to fight this, I'm going to fight that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then, I mean, you watch their training videos and everything, and they're throwing all these big, huge punches, and they're knocking stuff around, and it's like, amazing. And then all of a sudden they go to fight, and it's just, we're going to hug a little bit, I'm going to tap you, we're going to run around in circles, we're going to bounce off the ring ropes. There was no actual fighting. The women before them fought more. I mean, the Nunez fight, it was what, 1,400 punches thrown? 1,400 punches thrown, and then you get the Tyson fight, and it was like, what, 300 punches thrown between the two of them? That's ridiculous. Absolute waste of time. The first few fights, the lead up to it, absolutely amazing fights. Great fights. The Tyson fight, junk. It was just a political event to get people in. If he wins, then he's cheating, and he's beating on an old man. If he wins, then that proves that he still has it. And then all of a sudden they fight, and it's not even a fight. That was rigged. It was rigged from the go. I mean, Paul getting what, 30, 40 million, Tyson getting 20 million. Yeah, they got paid to show up, pretend to fight, and then they go on their way. As they said, Paul is a streamer. He is somebody that influences, and he has the ability to influence and get people's attention. That's all they used him for. He promoted the fight. He promoted Netflix. He pushed it. People wanted to see what was going on. They set this all up from the beginning just so that Netflix can save their ass come year end. That's why they pushed it off from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, because Netflix was losing people, and they figured, well, if we do it at the beginning of the year, people are just going to get subscriptions and end it as soon as the fight's over. well, if we hold it off till the end of the year and then just do all these Tyson and Logan deals, or yeah, Jake Paul videos until the end of the year, then people are going to stay with it. And then as soon as the fight happens, they're going to be like, this is stupid. And then they're going to cancel. They had, 7 months of people subscribing just so they could watch the build-up on Netflix. And then they pull this. Absolutely rigged. Bullshit.